Tuesday, November 2nd. It is election eve. The countdown is one, as in there's one day left to vote. And people have been voting all over the country, and it is great to see. And I'll tell you this, my prediction is there's going to be a massive blue wave tomorrow. And that Trump and his supporters have no clue about how big it's going to be, because what they don't get is this, that what Donald Trump has done, it's not political. You know, they say all politics is local. Well, with Donald Trump, all politics is personal. Donald Trump has wronged me and so many of us in a way that's personal. It's not political. It cuts to the core. It hurts us. You know, during the time of Donald Trump, I found myself often quoting a famous passage by Martin Luther King, one of my heroes. And Martin Luther King, his first line, everybody knows it. The idea that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere, everywhere. But it's the line afterwards that's so important. He said, "We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." Which means when Trump went after other communities, not just mine, I felt it. And I know other communities, people, minority and white progressives, they felt it the same way. And I think that's what's been making this so personal. You know, when Donald Trump called NFL players, black players who took a knee to protest systemic racism, he said they should be fired and call them sons of bitches. And they call Black Lives Matter a symbol of hate because they simply want black lives to be valued like white. I'm not black, but I felt it. You know, when Donald Trump defended every GOP man who abused women, from Roy Moore to Bill O'Reilly to Roger Ailes to himself, Donald Trump, I felt it. You know, when Donald Trump separated children from their parents and put them in cages, now we've learned over 500 children have never been returned. I felt it personally. Even though I don't have any children who have been separated, still it hurt me. Donald Trump's ginning up of hate crimes against various communities, the Jewish community, the LGBT community, I felt all of that. And when Donald Trump rolls back protections for the LGBTQ community that Barack Obama put in place so you can discriminate against people in the LGBTQ community, I'm not part of the community, but I feel it. It hurts me the same. That's what I mean by personal. That's what I mean by Martin Luther King's line, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. It's not intellectual, it's visceral in the time of Trump. I feel the pain, and I know many, many others, we feel it the same way. When he comes after any of us, we feel it. But also, more personally, Donald Trump has come after my community. I'm Muslim. He called for a Muslim ban during the 2016 campaign, caused a big spike in hate crimes. I can't help to think, but my Palestinian Muslim father would not have been allowed in this country if Trump had been president when my dad came here to start a better life, to dream of a better life and to have a family. Donald Trump would have kept him out of here. Also for me, I mean, Donald Trump, pro-Trump supporters who run the Daily Stormer, a neo-Nazi publication, when I wrote an article a few years ago critical of Trump and for his refusal to denounce white supremacist terrorism, they defamed me with fabricated tweets saying I was a terrorist, and I resulted in death threats against me. Now, I sued these pieces of garbage, and I won in federal court and got a judgment for $4 million. Now, I can't collect it. I'm not rich. They don't have any money. But the point was, I'm not going to be silent. None of us are going to be silent. When he comes after any of us, we all stand up. And COVID has been so personal for over 230,000 American families who have lost a beloved mother or father or sister or brother or child. You know, I knew 3 people who died from COVID. One was a childhood friend who now has left behind 2 teenage sons without a dad. That's personal. My story is just nothing compared to those who actually lost a brother or sister or an uncle or grandparent, the pain they go through for a virus that Trump called the Democrats' new hoax, that he's lied about nonstop, that he mocked people for wearing masks. The only thing we have. And he had super spreader events, which is documented that he spread this virus, and he doesn't care who he kills or gets sick as long as it helps one person, Donald J. Trump. That is the sociopath in the White House that we have. That's why it's personal. It's personal because this nation either stands for the values we were taught as children, it does, compassion, empathy, and celebrates the differences of us that makes us better, or it becomes Trumpist. It's Trumpism, and this is Trumpistan, where it's Donald Trump's cruelty, his viciousness, his divisiveness, his selfishness. That becomes our currency. That becomes celebrated, where kindness is viewed as weakness and bullying is somehow seen as a badge of honor. That's the reason suburban women have peeled away from Donald Trump. They have children. To see this man in the White House, modeling the worst behavior possible. There's a reason in my community, Muslims, we've seen a massive spike in bullying of Muslim American students. Over 50% say they've been bullied just because of their faith. And that went up because of Donald Trump. There's a direct line. So it's personal with Donald Trump. It's personal to so many of us. That's what the other side doesn't get. They drive around with their pickup trucks and their nice flags. They give themselves a little bit of power. The difference is we're angry. We're angry because he has hurt us. And that's why we're coming out in a massive way. That's why every day on my show I say, stay angry, because that emotion is what I feel every day. And I know you do too. I have you call my show, talk about I get your emails. That's where we're going to win tomorrow. We're going to win huge. It's going to be, popular vote's going to be off the charts. Electoral college, it's still going to be close in certain key states. To win, to make sure we win and drive Trumpism back to the fringes, everyone in these key states, if you haven't voted, make sure you vote. Got friends, reach out to just 5 friends, email them. They live in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, Texas. You know the key battleground states. Send them an email. Hey, have you voted? Unless they like Trump, then don't remind them. But they tend not to if they're your friends. Remind them. Just 5 people. Pick 5 people. Text them or email them tonight. That's how we win this election. We are so close. The polls look so good, but polls are not results unless we turn it into reality right at the finish line. Let's stay angry. Let's stay focused. Let's win this election. And let's turn to helping our fellow Americans in time of need. Let's put this cruelty and bigotry behind and replace it with compassion and empathy. To me, those are American values. That's why my father came to this country. To honor my late father, I work every day at this. Thank you for tuning in.